While working with complex queries, we may run into issues, make it the wrong result. To troubleshoot these issues, we can use the peek method. Let me show you. So we have a list of 3 movies, just like before. First, we create a stream. Then we apply a filter. We only want to get movies with more than 10 likes. Next, we apply a map. So we map each movie to its title. And then print each title. So T goes to print T. Now in this Lambda expression, we're simply calling an existing method. So we can convert this to a method reference. System.out, print line. The same is true for this other Lambda expression. We're only calling an existing method. So let's simplify this. That is better. So we're mapping each movie to its title. That is more readable. Now let's run our program. So we get B and C. Now let's imagine we expected something different. So one of these operations didn't do its job properly. This is where we can use the peek method to get the output of each operation. So right after filtering data, we call the peek method. This method takes a consumer of movie. So we get each movie and print its title, movie.getTitle. Now, I would prefer to add a label here, filtered plus. So this peek method is an intermediate operation. We can use it to build a processing pipeline. And that is the difference between this method and the for each method. Because the for each method is a terminal operation that returns void. So after we call this method, we cannot call another method of the stream class. It doesn't work. So let's fix this code. All right. Now, after the map operation, we can peek our data one more time. So peek. Now here we should pass a consumer of string because the previous operation is returning a stream of string objects. So let's get the title of each movie and print it. Now, I would prefer to add a label here, mapped. So we know this is the output of the map operation. Okay. Now let's run our program and see what happens. Look at this sequence of messages. For each element, we have these 3 messages. So the first message indicates that this B came out of our filter. So we got this in our first peek and printed it on the console. Then we passed this to the map method. Now the second message indicates that this element came out of the map method. That is the result of the second peek. And finally, we have this B over here. That is the result of printing this item. Now we have the same sequence of messages for the second element in our string. So with the peek method, we can observe the output of each operation. And this is useful for troubleshooting problems.